Alright, unpacking. I got a package. There we go. From Thomann. And this is the stuff that I need for my pedal board. I don't know if I need to. Oh, some of it I really actually do, but some of it is just things I wanted to get. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We got air fiber. We got a walk pedal. Yeah, that looks heavy. Yep, that looks good. Nice. I did order that. Then we got this Joya DC delay. So that will be probably a video of its own. Then a small little noise gate from Flamma. This power converter. So I have this idea of using my power bank to power up my pedals. Now I'm not sure if I ordered the right one. Actually, I gotta check right away. Yeah, I ordered the wrong one. I needed 12. I knew it. I just figured it out. Like, it came to my head and I was like, damn, I actually ordered the right one. I'm gonna do something custom with this rack panel thing. Alright, and then the set of strings I use. And yeah, this one for the acoustic guitar, the pickup. So that will be nice. And then just some plugs and this cable I use for patching on the pedal board. So it seems like everything's there. So yep, I'll review my order and then let's see how this stuff looks on my pedal board, because I can basically finally finish the layout I have in mind and see if it all fits. Alright, let's put that in the end.
Alright, here we are. This is what the testing phase looks like. So I'm making sure that I have no volume drops or any kind of tone suck on here. And I figured out the order of the pedals, which order they go into the loop. So actually first is the gate here. After that I have a volume pedal, and after that it's gonna be the stuff in the loops, and then the last loop on the switcher will go into the return of the amp. And yeah, it's really good to do this step, make sure everything sounds good. There's buffered inputs and outputs on the switcher here, so that's good. And that helps, especially there's gonna be quite a lot of wire going in here. And then, of course, when you figure it out, make a note for yourself. So then when you start wiring it all up, yeah, you can actually follow your notes and you don't have to go like, oh fuck, how was it? And, you know, do this phase again. But yeah, that's, I found out that's what I liked the best. Then all the stuff, lots of pedals will go in front of the amp, and the gate will always basically be on because it is in the chain before everything else. Oh, actually, now I gotta think about it for a while. Or is it? Huh. Back to the old drawing board. Wait a moment.
Yes, they are. Everything's working as planned, so the notes are good. It's good, and yeah, I'm gonna get to wiring all this up and Velcro, blah blah blah. You know, it's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna just show a little bit of the process and then the final board, and I think the sounds will be another video completely. So stick with me. All right, let's take a look at this. So that's the state of the board right now, and I got all these set up already. The pedals are in place. They will be quite easy to change. And here's the bottom row. Under the dock, we got our volume, we got our wah, and there's gonna be a chorus, vibrato, and a tremolo. Basically, 3-in-1 little thing. Do-it-yourself pedal. I have. It's gonna be in that enclosure, and it's gonna be here sideways like that, because it will have a foot switch, and then the vibrato, the speed of the vibrato can be changed with this volume pedal that also, when I click the switch, will work as an expression pedal. So it will be hooked up to this, and there's going to be a foot switch on here, and when I want, I can adjust the speed of the vibrato or tremolo with the volume pedal. And yeah, it's all ready to, I just need to start hooking up or soldering the cables, and I did do these little riser things on here. I need to run some cables underneath these pedals here, so I've done a little dual lock trick over there, and that should be enough. I can run power cables under there, and yeah, it should be pretty clean. I didn't go overboard with these, as I've seen people do that. I see that, and hey, you know, but this is not gonna go on the road, so I'll deal with less, and it will be totally fine. But yeah, that's how it looks like, and it's a fun. There's a little bit of a theme going on. So there's green stuff underneath here, and then there's purple, up here. So that was an accident. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I might need to switch these, order these. These are aluminum toppers for foot switches, really nice. I ordered mine from Teda, as usual. The link will be in the description and so on. And yeah, then I got these Moore toppers as well, rounded like this, so really nice to stomp on with your bare foot even. And yeah, that's how I'm mostly gonna use this. I don't really need these on these pedals because they're not gonna be stomped on anyways, so I might take them off, or you know, if I need to. But yeah, that's how it's looking like at the moment. As you can see, it's goddamn huge, but I am excited myself to really get this done, and then get this tested, and then play with it and make a video about how it sounds like and what all it can do. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, here we go. Almost, well, at the finishing line. I need to, the plans changed a little. It always kind of happens, yeah, I've noticed. Or then I need to start doing a bit more careful planning. No, I just made a few changes like these, and that actually, unfortunately, has quite a lot of switch pop. And also in here, it doesn't really hurt that much, but I probably will replace this pedal with something else. I mean, the pop doesn't occur when I use it on the vibrato mode, but on the other modes, and it's quite annoying. I'm not gonna like get into it and figure out. I could try a few tricks to get rid of the pop, but I think I'll just replace this pedal with something else, and probably a multi-effects unit. So that would be probably a nice addition to the board at some point. And then I decided to drill a hole where so I can get some of the cables going up to these pedals, like a bit more straightforward. I'm gonna save some cable like that. It'll make it easier, and yeah, so less cluttered. So that's one change, and I really just have these 3 cables to hook up, and then do the power cables, and of course drill that one, and then I'm done. I'm ready to test this. I did test out that these are all working, the loop is in the correct order and so on yesterday, so yeah, that's something I did test out before I started hooking everything else up, and soon we'll see the results and hear some sounds. All right, everything hooked up. Whew, quite a project, I'd say, but yeah, now it's ready to get tested. That's how it looks like right now, and I'm gonna set up the camera and we'll see if everything is working as intended. Alright, here we go. So everything seems to be working. And then I can start dialing in some sounds. But yeah, everything works, everything lights up, and that's the way it should be. So how this works is everything's on all the time except this fuzz. That's not an expression pedal, it's volume, but I can put it as an expression, and then the wah. So everything else is on, and including down here. And that's my volume, so that's a kind of an attenuator for my amp over there. Not exactly, but it's the main volume. It goes to the loop. And then I have these channel switches. This is for my PV amp, and this is for the Dewil. And now I'm just gonna start setting up sounds and seeing how I get all this going. And as you can, there's my little Dewil there. So yeah, I'm just gonna start messing around with it, and I'll see you on the next video where you can hear all kinds of sounds coming out of it. Yeah. And in the end, let's do a little montage of how it looks like in a mood lighting. Alright. I did have one little problem. The wah pedal, brand new, and the LED wasn't working. The fix, I just opened it up and noticed a bad solder connection. So, but imagine sending it back because of, and its quality control passed, but instantly when I opened it up, took the circuit board out or took a look under, I noticed like, that one and that one, like it wouldn't pass my quality control. So, and that's what the fault was on there, but now it's working properly. So yeah, but stuff like that happens, but it's really nice to be able to fix these things myself, because it would have been quite a bummer to hello, the LED isn't working, and send it back for for that reason. But yeah, I mean, it looks gorgeous. Gotta get new one of these. I'm gonna put these moor toppers on here, on those, and yeah, then I'm just gonna tighten the zip ties, and it's gonna be, and clip, you know, cut those, you know, tails off, and then it's done. Yes, finally. I have to say, I bought this thing years ago, but I had no opportunity to actually build this monstrosity before now. So I'm finally getting it done after all these years. I think this is probably like 6 years. I bought it 6 years ago, and up till this day, I haven't been able to use it. So finally, there it is. And the thing is, like, why something like this when you can have everything in a you can have software and so on. Well, the thing is, then you have to have some sort of MIDI controller, blah blah blah, and this thing basically does kind of the same stuff. So I can do the presets here, and then I have these 2 pedals. So instead of having some sort of MIDI system and expensive expression pedals and whatnot there, this kind of does the same trick for me. And in the end, I don't know if this, you know, could be more, the MIDI thing could be more compact, whatnot. But, and you know, it's always nice to be able to twist some knobs and mess around with it, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for a while now before I get to the other video, and I'm happy with the sounds this board makes. Alright, so again, see you then.